If it's easier for women to get laid, though, then wouldn't they have higher body counts just because of the?
They kind of do, though.
It says, but the fact that she.
But it'd be easier for them to like.
But that's why it says a lot about a woman who doesn't do that. Because if it's easy for you to just get any man and you choose not to do that, that says a lot about you as a woman, which makes you what? More attractive, because that means you're showing decorum. That means you're showing self-control. Even a woman who is being respectful in today's time, because everything about today's time is more advocating for women to be sassy and talk back and all that. So to me, beauty is a responsibility, not a bargaining chip. So
then are men trying to get high body counts like for practice essentially? Is that
no,
what
I don't
you're
think
saying?
they try to. I don't think I don't think we do it on purpose. I think it happens because as a man, some women are just give it up easy, and a lot of times women be starting that sexual activity. I've had women get mad at me because I wasn't trying to have sex with them. They thought I was weird. I'm like, nah, I really was just trying to get to know you. So
it's definitely men though that are the chasers that are pursuing.
That's what I'm saying. We're pursuing. So exactly. So if you're constantly pursued by multiple men and you're able to deny that, that says a lot about you as a woman. That means you're a dope woman, because you could easily just acquiesce to that, and you're like, nah. So that says more about you. A man, he at least acquiring some type of skill by getting these type of women. He has to be a little charming.
Choice, essentially.
Yeah, he has to be a little charming. You can't just be any kind of guy and get women. You got to know how to talk. You got to know how to dress. You got to know how to make a laugh. So even though it's not great, like he said, nobody should be promiscuous. But there's a skill set that's learned by men by dealing with multiple women. What are women learning by getting multiple men? Nothing. She just lowering her value, in my opinion.
What if she's like crazy, incredible in bed? She's had like so many experiences.
So she's a star. Be that.
Yeah.
All right, great.
You know what I mean?
Nobody wants to marry that though.
I think it's really
Maybe Adam 22.
Huh?
Wait. Okay. So a couple things here. So you raised a couple interesting points previously, but like you said, okay, well, what does a woman gain? She will, if she has more sexual experiences, higher body count, she gets better in bed. I mean, my counter to this would be, well, a woman could have like 20 one-night stands with 20 different men, but she only slept with them once, whereas she could have like maybe 1, 2, 3 long-term partners, and she's had sex with like all of them 100 times. And so like I would argue that the woman who's had like sex multiple times with like the same 1, 2, or 3 partners is likely to be better sexually than her like more hyper promiscuous. I mean, even if we like pair it off, even if it's like a 1-to-1. So here's the scenario: a girl has a boyfriend and she slept with him 100 times, and that was her only body, versus a woman who slept with 100 different men 1 time each. I'm still kind of prepared to say that the girl with the boyfriend probably still better in bed. It's a little gray, but in any case, I'm still prepared. Like that's probably not a scenario that's really going to manifest itself as frequently. So what you find in promiscuous women is oftentimes they don't have like prolonged sexual experiences with men. They'll have one-night stands. The man honestly is probably not going to give her any feedback in these situations because he doesn't care. Whereas like a boyfriend might try to guide her, might say, oh, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. In a promiscuous one-night stand casual encounter, most people are not going to like actually voice like, oh, hey, I like it when you do this, or I like it when you do that. So I think that's one component there. But then also, even if a woman is bad in bed, I'll just grant you, like you're dating a virgin, and one, I don't even think she would be bad in bed. But like, if you're the guy in this scenario, and you do have experience as the guy, if you know how to lead, you can have good sex with a girl who's had no sexual experience. I don't know if you can say the same thing about like a woman who's like dealing with a new, like, do you really want to teach a guy how to fuck you? Probably not. It's going to be a turnoff for most women, unless you're more dominant or whatever in the bedroom. But if you're a bit more submissive in the bedroom as a woman, and the guy's the leader, and most virgin women are probably going to defer to your leadership when it comes to sexual activity because she lacks experience, and you know how to lead in the bedroom, I'm pretty sure you just tell her what to do. Here's what I like. I think you're going to have a pretty stellar sexual experience with her, despite her being a virgin.
And I want to add this real quick. I think the woman's having a skill set in sex is an overrated narrative. You ain't got to really do shit. Like, men are the ones who really got to do all the work. Like, what do you really have to do to have good sex?
Dude, such a good point.
A woman just has to be, in my opinion, receptive, a little flexible,
enthusiastic,
and just have the right attitude. She don't have to do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So this good sex, what does that mean? Like good sex mean it's wet and you can handle it. You don't have to do nothing. I'm working. I have to really know what I'm doing. I gotta really know how to hit your shit. A woman ain't gotta do that. That riding shit y'all think y'all doing, we don't really give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah, all that crazy shit.
We don't care.
That crazy shit. I got something on this though. I 100% agree with you. As long as she's like enthusiastic about it and she's a good sport and she's open-minded, that's all it takes.
And receptive.
And on that note, there is like,
which is better for y'all. Y'all ain't gotta do shit.
There is I think a differential between like what it takes to be good in bed between like a man and a woman. And so I think just the actual, how do I properly articulate this? Like the actual physical act of sex, I think it's typically going to be like, in terms of it being pleasurable for the man versus the woman, I think it's much more like actually physically intensive and demanding for the man versus the woman. In terms of like, so for example, okay, I know you probably don't like this, but if the girl is just laying there, or let's say a girl's just in doggy style and she's not moving at all, can you bring yourself to climax?
Absolutely.
Now, I would argue, because of the difference in orgasm response between men and women, so if we just are, if we are standing up and you put yourself in doggy position and you don't get anything from us, you just get a hard on. And we'll stay hard. And we won't like premature ejaculate, whatever. I don't know where I'm. Okay. Question for you. Can you guys bring yourself, you can't use your hands, just through penetrative sex, can you guys bring yourself to climax if the guy's doing nothing?
No.
Sometimes.
Some women can.
Some women
some women can.
A lot can't though.
No, some women can.
It depends on the position. I think is the biggest. The position is the biggest thing.
Okay, I don't know. Whatever.
Depends on your enthusiasm to yourself.
It'd be riding. Y'all get off on that, but we hate that shit. Like riding does nothing for us.
Not everyone.
Wait, you don't like a girl on top?
Listen, let me tell you. Listen. I said for me. All right, for me. Fuck it.
That's my favorite.
That's my favorite. It's two types of riding. You got women who do this fake grind thing where they just folding and bending your shit around.
Bending your shit.
They think that does something. That does something for them. That don't do shit for me. Now, if you're riding me and you know how to ride, which most women I've met don't know how to do, when you're actually going up and down, I hate to get graphic.
But you
when
just
you're
said
going
we don't
up,
have to know how.
No, you don't. But I'm talking about in the position that where you're doing the work and you're getting pleased. So that's a riding position. That's the position when a woman does the most work. And, right, ladies? Mm-hmm. That's the position. So in that position, a woman can get pleasure without the man doing anything. So we're talking about a position that requires no effort from the man. That's the riding position. We on the same page? Okay. So since we're on that position, that grinding shit they be doing, it does absolutely nothing for a man. Your shit is not supposed to go sideways, but that's what it does when she's.
What kind of sex are you having, bro?
When a woman is grinding and winding on you, your shit is going like this. It's not in one position. What are you talking about? Am I? So y'all never got on, like, come on, man. Well, you only have 4 bodies.
No, we don't have to do anything,
so, okay,
remember?
I don't know.
So now you're trying to shame me for
I'm not shaming you, sweetheart, but you don't have this.
That's exactly what
I said you only have 4 bodies, which means you don't have a lot of experience. But how is that shaming you? But how is that shaming you? But how is that shaming you? I never knocked you for it.
No. Okay, I'm gonna let you have it.
Because I'm talking about something. Hold on.
Why are we yelling?
It's about.
You only have 4 bodies, so you can't really be in the conversation.
No, I'm
You've already
not.
got 4 bodies.
All right.
Like, come on.
Okay,
now.
can I respond with logic and not emotion?
Oh.
We're talking about a position that people who have sex are familiar with because they do it often.
What does that have to do with 4 bodies?
If you listen, you'll learn something. If you can be quiet.
So he says he goes.
This shit ain't rocket science. Why you being so defensive? Ain't nothing
You're
wrong
the
with
one
that.
who brought up 4 bodies.
Because it's not.
You guys should date.
Because you're.
No, we should not.
If you're not,
absolutely,
sweetheart, we Gucci.
You don't think this is?
No.
You don't like what you see?
No, because it's.
You don't like what you see?
Come on, like I don't give a. I'm not interested in
All right.
no way,
Why are we
shape, or
bringing up
fashion.
people's bodies?
Because
in a
you're
conversation?
not listening to the context. You're just being emotional.
The
We're
makeup sex. would
We're
be
not
so
talking about. We're
bad.
not talking about. We're not saying because you don't have sex you can't have an opinion. Get out your feelings, sweetheart. I'm not doing that. We're grown. You're here. You're invited here, so you have a great place to talk. What I'm talking about is, like, I'm not an actor, so I'm not gonna have that much to say about acting. That doesn't mean she's demeaning me by saying that. I don't have the experience. Get over yourself. What I'm talking about is, when you're having sex, I've had sex with multiple women. A lot of women, they like to get on top of you and grind. Women that have sex multiple, even you. Have you ever?
Don't put me in none of your shit that you got
Don't
going
put her
on.
in.
Just say what you gotta say and leave me out of it. Go ahead, continue.
Anyway, when you have sex with a man, women, have you ever got on top of a man and grinded? Have you grinded on a man when you're riding him, ladies? Yes or no? Have you done that before?
I like the girl to be on top, but I want to do all the work.
I'm just saying, women, ladies, have y'all done that before? Have you got on top of a man and started grinding on him, as opposed to going up and down? Have you done that before?
You do a little bit of both.
Have you done it before?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Thank you. I'm not talking rocket science, bro.
I know what he's talking
But
about.
I feel like girls already know that this motion, without it picking up, is not doing anything for
Yeah,
you. We
it's not
know
doing
it's doing
So
something.
okay, so back to the point. But you brought up a position where she said she can get off without the man. It happens to be a position where we don't feel anything. So the position that we actually get off on, you do too. But the position that you get off on, only you get off on. So when I brought up the body count, it wasn't to dismiss her. It's because maybe you didn't have as many experiences, which is a great thing. So it's not knocking you for that. That's good. You have a level of purity. We don't, because my issue is we don't even need you to have a high skill set to have sex. So your body count don't even matter for sex to be good from a man's perspective. You just have to be available and willing, and we most of the time will do the rest.
Okay.
What the f is so controversial about that?